The inaugural Pasadena Marathon was held last weekend. The winner was Jacques Salberg, a long-distance coach at John Muir High School. He finished the course in 2 hours and 25 minutes. The top female was Lang Kluken of Huntington Beach. She finished the race with a time of 3 hours and 5 minutes. Here's DeJuan Hogard with the latest in sports.
Thank you, Jeremiah. The Final Four will be set later tonight. This year's tournament isn't over, but has already made history. For the first time, every single 1, 2, and 3 seed was still alive in the Sweet 16. The Final Four games will be played this coming Saturday, and the championship game will be played Monday, April 6th, live from Detroit on CBS. The Cal State Northridge Matadors made it to the big dance for the second time in school history. Students gathered at the school's pub to watch the game. Valley View's Kristen Price reports on the story.
It was definitely March Madness at Cal State Northridge during the first round of the NCAA tournament. Fans packed into the pub on campus to watch the Matadors take on the Memphis Tigers. CSUN student James Stratford even ditched his class to come support.
I skipped class. I'm supposed to be meeting with my group right now. I told them I'll be back in 7 minutes, but there's 11 left in the game. I'm just hoping the clock keeps running and we win so I can get back there fast.
The game was projected on the wall in the pub, and the Matadors weren't lacking any spirit. These students say a win could mean a lot for CSUN.
It would mean we'd be put on the map for actually big upsets. We'd probably maybe be known as contenders for March Madness and make pretty much everyone here excited.
Well, it would mean a lot more money for like the cheerleading team and the athletic department.
Fans cheered the team on through what could have been one of the biggest upsets in tournament history. This was CSUN's first appearance at the Big Dance since 2001, and the fans were pumped. With 10 minutes left in the game, the Matadors led by 6. But Memphis exploded down the stretch, and the Matadors eventually lost the lead and the game.
Memphis was able to defeat Cal State Northridge in a final score of 81-70. In Northridge, I'm Kristen Price for Valley View News.
Lance Armstrong crashed last week during the first stage of the Tour de France. Authorities say he fell about 20 kilometers from the finish. Armstrong was brought to the local hospital in Palencia, Spain, with an injured collarbone. Authorities have yet to determine the extent of the injury, but say he is withdrawn from the race. Armstrong ended his 3-year retirement in January to compete against this year. He currently holds the record for most Tour de France wins with 7. Several Chicago students are smiling after Kobe Bryant wore the shoes they designed. The students designed the shoe in a project involving Nike and a program called After School All-Stars. The shoes have snakeskin at the tip and heel in honor of Kobe's nickname, the Black Mamba. Michael Jordan was brought to tears last weekend over another championship win. This time it was for his son Marcus. Marcus led the high school class to a championship win in Peoria, Illinois. Marcus had a game high of 19 points. The U.S. was defeated last weekend by Team Japan 9-6 in the World Baseball Classic. Roy Oswalt took the loss for Team USA, and he allowed 4 runs in 3 2/3 innings. Jimmy Rollins finished the game 4 for 4 with a double and a run scored. The victory sends Team Japan to the championship game against Korea. Team Japan won the inaugural World Baseball Classic in 2006. The Florida Marlins are one step closer to getting a new stadium. The Miami City Commissioners voted 3-2 last week to go ahead with the $640 million construction. The new stadium will hold 37,000 seats and a retractable roof. The new stadium is set to open in 2012. For Yankees fans, 2009 marks a season of change, hope, and a new stadium. Unfortunately for season ticket holders, they're not too excited about the upcoming changes. The Yankees unveiled their new season ticket prices, and they are not fan-friendly with the economic downturn. During last year's final season at the 85-year-old Yankee Stadium, the best seats sold for $1,000 each. This year, those same seats will cost fans $2,500. Certainly a price I cannot afford. Maybe Jeremiah, Daniel, maybe you can afford those.
hope so. 2 weeks after newlyweds' anniversary, a car accident left the husband in his 30s a quadriplegic. But Joseph Agbaman did not give up his life. Instead, he founded a nonprofit organization with the help of his wife Elizabeth to bring life to others. Valley View reporter Marjani Clark has the story.
Joseph Agbaman, who came to the U.S. from Nigeria, brings new life to old computers. He gives the repaired desktops to people who need them.
When you have a computer, you have the internet service. Believe you me, the world is within your reach.
Mr. Agbaman started Computech for Humanity 7 years ago. The nonprofit donates computers to low-income families with children and low-income people with disabilities. Risa Berger has multiple sclerosis. Her young son has cerebral palsy. She says this computer giveaway event will change their lives.
Now I can hopefully spend time on the weekend getting him to try and take advantage of this new technology on the computer to help him achieve more than he's been achieving at school.
My name is Michael Sean Hickey, and I live in South Los Angeles.
Hickey doesn't have much money and suffers from chronic depression.
I've been on Social Security and in desperate need of a computer. This was really my only link to the outside world, short of this and the buses.
Mr. Agbaman doesn't have a lot of space. He and his volunteers fix and redistribute the gear as fast as they can. Monitors, keyboards, mice, everything. Virgilia Rodriguez, a struggling mother of 3, says she has never had a computer.
And by having this program that helps the community, it's really good. Thank God for it, you know?
Seeing his refurbished computers in the hands of people who need them is the big payoff for Joseph Agbaman.
Thank you. We can refurbish them and let people have this thing to search for a job, go back to school, and turn the economy around.
Mr. Agbaman has refurbished and donated more than 1,000 computers in the greater Los Angeles area. He has also sent more than 30 systems to the Ukraine. Most of the people who receive his computers couldn't get them any other way.
If we help each other, the world will be a beautiful place to live in.
I'm Marjani Clark in North Hollywood for Valley View News.
St. Patrick's Day was celebrated from Ireland to Canoga Park. Tade Williams reports in the San Fernando Valley.
A band provided authentic Irish music to start off the St. Patrick's Day community celebration. Many neighborhood families and their children came out to enjoy the festivities, entertainment, and surprises. One of the many surprises was Dr. Dave and his famous dog Spike, the singing Shih Tzu.
Somebody says, bring your dog down, you get on TV. All night.
But there was more fun to experience, such as True Thomas, the storyteller, who tells stories to children and their families about the history of St. Patrick's Day.
What I do is I kind of inform people about the historical side of St. Patrick's Day and being Celtic and loud and proud, the tradition of the Celts.
There were also merchants selling Irish antiques and souvenirs along with good things to eat. John Parker was one of the ones who put this whole event together and expressed his reasons for the celebration.
And we put on this St. Patrick's Day event with no alcohol to show off Irish culture, but mainly to attract some people to Canoga Park.
Overall, it was a great time to be had by all. Did you have fun today?
Yes. My mom, she's from Dublin, Ireland, so me and my sister, we're both Irish, have some Irish in us, so it was very nice to celebrate that part of our heritage.
It seemed like everybody had a great time. I'm Tade Williams reporting in Canoga Park for Valley View News.
Thank you for watching Valley View News tonight. I'm DeJuan Hogard.
I'm Kristen Price.
I'm Jeremiah McDaniel.
And I'm Tiffany Lane. Good night.